Hello, I'm Bálint Horváth from Cinemira. Here I am with Marketa Pasmova, Pantelis Panteloglou, and Rozi Lovas, who are the short film jury of Cinemira KIDS. They are here to tell you about the films you will be able to see at the festival. We had 8 short live action movies in the section. So my question would be, what was your experience with watching the films? Marketa, could you start?
Of course, for me it was really very interesting because usually I'm working with feature films, so it was quite new for me as a program director of the festival, and I think it's really very difficult to have to make short films because you need to do it in very small space, but the whole story. So for me, it's very interesting, very inspiring, and thank you for this possibility to watch it.
Rosie, what was your experience like?
First of all, I thank you for the opportunity to being here and be a part of this jury. This my first time, and so I didn't know what to expect from this, and it was very interesting to see these films. I think yes, it's a hard work to catch one problem in such a few seconds and few minutes. So and it was very interesting to see what filmmakers think a problem and want to ask to being a part of this problem. So it was good, better, and beautiful solutions for this. So I'm very thankful to see these films.
We thank you, and I also thank Marketa. Sorry, I forgot a minute. Pantelis, what was your what are your thoughts on the films?
Yeah, I agree that the short films is a form that is really very interesting. It's a form in which we can say many things in a few minutes. It's not easy to do it, and also another thing that is not easy is to select a number of films in a festival because the short film production is very big. There are so many short films, so it's a difficult job also to select the films in the first place. So I think that in general the selection is daring, let's say, but I'm not going to say anything else because it's a spoiler. You have to watch the films anyway.
Thank you. My next question would be if did you find any topics in the films you think are really important for children? So could you highlight 1 or 2 movies you think are a must watch without spoiling who won the award or such? Maybe Rosie?
It's a very interesting question. What's the problem of children now, and what are they interested in, and what do we have to tell them about? And there are a lot of hard problems in the world, around the world nowadays, but this are films not only educational films, so it's important to tell stories with that. So I was searching the magical ways in these short films, what can catch the children's imagination and not only educate them and not only tell things easily and simple in the simple way, but to catch their hearts and soul too. And there were many sensitive ways in these films for that problem, and I think it's very important to deal with children like as an adult, as a man, as a person, and not dealing with them like toys or something like that. So it's a hard question. How can we tell stories to them?
I see. Thank you. Marketa, were there any topics that stood out for you in the films?
There were, of course, because as Rozi already told you, in the world is really many problems and hard and difficult problems, like refugees, like bullying, of course, something like very personal life in the childhood. So I think that it was really very diverse in this program. So I really appreciate it, and I think that the audience should see it, and then they will see.
They were able to experience it.
Of course.
Pantelis, the question is the same. Were there any topics that you think are good to be highlighted in these films?
For me, I think the most important topic that should be highlighted is somehow the idea of identities, that the fact that we are in the modern world, we are trying at this point, I think we are moving into the direction to agree that what we are is produced through what we are doing. So the idea of having a narration that will show how these identities happen, actually, they become obvious to the person that bears the identity and then to the rest of the world, is a really very important thing. Obviously, we're talking about films. We're not talking about, films are pieces of art. They're works of art. So we have to face them like that. So they have some topic. They always have a topic, but regardless of the topic, it's the art that matters. If it doesn't work well as a work of art, then the film doesn't really matter. So I think this is the difficult. It's not easy to make a successful work of art. But this is what we're doing with festivals. We're trying to highlight this kind of successful. Works of other people.
The ones that have the balance between the topic and the way they are telling the story, I guess.
In some cases, you might miss the topic if the form is not right. Then the topic doesn't. The form has to be right in order to highlight the content.
Yeah, it gets obscured. Well, thank you very much for being here with us. The films can be viewed at Cinemira KIDS Film Festival on October 33 and 34. So see you at Cinemira.
See you at
Cinemira.